Well, good evening, everyone. We're still laughing because Dorothy forgot what day it was and was busy cooking her chili and her chicken noodle soup. And Lisa called up, reminded her that this was Tuesday. Our Zoom. You've only been doing this for what, 7 years?
I know, but I track of what day it was.
It's the first time, isn't it?
Well, probably. I don't know.
It's the first time. You're always the first one here. I think it's funny.
I know it. I don't know where my brain was.
Yeah, that's okay. Tony thinks you got a brain freeze. 29 degrees is possible.
Could be, yeah.
A senior moment.
There you go. So, Martha.
No, a baby boomer moment.
Martha Toth isn't going to be here. She says she just settled in to watch a movie. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we finished up our first 28 days of the Engage to Change. That was the last challenge that we had available to us through Meltdown. I haven't heard any more from Meltdown. I just wrote them a couple of days ago to see if they had any word on what was going to happen with the credits. They're very quiet over there, so I got no word on that. But I'm really happy with what happened in our room, and that ended yesterday. We had a total of, I don't even think we counted all the pounds because there were people who popped in afterwards and they had lost weight. And I know there's people who's lost weight because I'm coaching them that we actually didn't count their weight loss because they didn't post it. This is only posted weight. But I think that's really good, and I think it's encouraging for our next one.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
We had some non-scale victories. I posted both of these in the room. And Lisa, why don't you read?
Non-scale victories of Strive to Thrive. I'm no longer unhappy with my before picture. Nope, I'm not. I moved from the plus size department. I went grocery shopping and not once was tempted. My wedding ring fixed again. I refit into my Marine uniform after 29 years. Wonder who that was. My blood work came back normal. Someone who hasn't seen me in a while didn't recognize me. I eliminated 2 medicines and reduced another one. I learned a healthy recipe. I am sleeping through the night, climbed the stairs, and realized I wasn't out of breath. The Higgy machine says I'm a normal weight. Go, Bird Mom. Congratulations.
So I think those are just as important, if not more so, than the 55.9 pounds.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything they want to add to any of this? Okay. So now we're going to do our next one, Life is the Gift. It begins November 26th, and it will end the day before Christmas. And I just think it will be really cool to, go through the holiday season without dealing with temptations and stuff just because we're being vigilant with each other and supporting each other. This does make a difference. It's not the challenge, but those of us that do show up for it, I feel like it's good for us. It's good for me. How does anybody else feel?
Oh, I agree. Definitely agree. Because that's the worst time of the year to try to really, hold it together.
Right.
Well, I have come a long ways and I feel great, but I think that a great contributing factor, in Optavia, that's one of the cornerstones is community. And, Meltdown Challenge was a community that kept me mindful and kept me.
Yeah.
When you read every day to drink your water, get your rest, move, about the bad foods, nutrition, when you're looking at that every day, that's what's in the front of your brain, or that was what was in the front of my brain. And they served me well because now that's in the front of my brain. Without them, I really enjoyed this challenge in a different way. I think the different thing here was there was a lot more interaction and sharing than what we may have seen on the challenge walls, and I really enjoyed it.
People seem to be more open, more willing to share.
I think that's the first thing I noticed when I came into it the other day.
Oh, yeah, because you hadn't been in it.
No,
so you
no.
got a big dose all at once.
Yeah. Angel, when I see her, says, yep, that's my morning news. That's the first thing I do. I get my cup of coffee and I go sit on the patio and I go in the Huddle Up.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. What was I going to say? Something I forgot. Oh, I think in the next one we're going to add the different pictures of what we used to take of the drinking the water, the how movement and stuff like that. We'll do them in different times. But I think we'll throw that in there for the next one. Lisa actually had that idea. I think the idea actually came from Gay because she was doing the picture for Gay's water. And that wouldn't be a bad thing for us to add to ours. I don't think this little guy in the middle is going to survive Thanksgiving. But we can. I think the guy on the left is in a food coma on the right. And it looks like everybody on the left is enjoying themselves. But they had on Lisa and Dorothy, did y'all, I know Lisa caught the last half of last night's leadership call. Did you, Dorothy?
I listened to the whole thing.
Okay, good. So they said they were going to post it in Agents of Transformation today, and they have not. I've been looking for it all day today, so I hope you will remember some of those good tips that they gave. But I
Take notes either.
I
Well,
did.
I think the best one that I heard, and I don't listen to these regularly, but I really like being ahead of the holidays and they were talking about getting people to think to nix the diet mentality and start thinking more about intuitive eating, because you always get more when you're doing what you're doing for something you want rather than doing what you're doing for something you want to avoid, i.e., choosing to eat healthy because you want to play with your grandkids, you want to do whatever, versus choosing to eat healthy so you are not going to get on medications or be sick. Just a motivation factor that Dr. Anderson talks about. And so I really like that intuitive eating, and I'm going to be exploring more on that and probably sharing.
Okay, Dorothy, do you remember anything specifically? These were the things I could remember.
Well, they were talking about using different plans. If you're not going to stick with it, then using different plans. Using the 4 and 2 and 1.
Yeah.
For those days, or the 3 and 3 for those days, which might work for some people. The problem is,
I remember that, and even she said that she wouldn't suggest it, but for those, right. Yeah,
because you go back to being hungry, and then you're not in fat burn. But it's better than saying I failed and quitting.
So maintaining can be a success.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to add that one where she says keep your water bottle in your hand.
Yes.
She said keep it in your dominant hand. I took that meaning keep your water bottle in your fork hand so that you have to move it out of your fork hand to eat and put it back in your fork hand.
Or if you're at a buffet, you can't reach for something.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes. Good one, Dorothy.
Yep.
And they also talked a lot about, I don't see it on there. They said savor each bite, because that's another thing. I've developed a habit of something I learned in the challenge was put your fork down between each bite, because if you put your fork down in between each and every bite, then you're chewing more. So your stomach has time to feel as it gets full. If you're shoveling away, then your stomach can not signal you that it's full until you've overeaten. So I like that. And also just chewing slowly and savoring it. And the other thing that I remember them saying is enjoy your family. And also another tip was
other guests. Okay, good.
Yes. Another one was afterwards, avoid the helping afterwards that's involving the food. Like instead of putting leftovers away, doing something else. Be out, putting the chairs or table, or just if you have a choice of what you're helping to do afterwards, make it not be food involved.
Right, and send leftovers home with others.
Yes.
I remember that one. So don't go hungry. So don't in the good old days we would save up for Thanksgiving dinner, thinking that we were not going to eat calories during the day, and we just eat them at Thanksgiving dinner. Well, that's not apparently a healthy habit. So
Nope.
so go ahead and have your eating every 3 hours, and when you go wherever dinner is, don't go there hungry. And bring a healthy dish, something that you can have that you can know is there for sure. And like Lisa said, keeping the water bottle in your dominant hand. So you have to move it to pick up food if you're going to get it. Use that 9-inch plate. We talked about that. Don't go back for seconds. They talked about that. There was another one that came after don't go back for seconds. And I think it might have been about portions. Get the right portions the first time that you go, and then don't go back for a second. Yeah. Keep track of your calories as you're eating. It's really nice because Lisa has that app to do hers. But you can pretty much guess what it is you're eating. Have an idea of how many calories that you can consume in that meal. And
that little thing I put in Huddle Up is a good cheat sheet too, because all around the plate it shows the calories of the most traditional things.
Yeah, and be there for the people who show up. Talk with the other people. Get engaged in conversation. There's nothing that'll take your mind quicker off of food than enjoying a conversation with someone else. Be choosy whenever you're picking your food. Enjoy what it is that you're eating. So you don't eat what you think you should eat and then go eat what you want to eat. Just be choosy and make sure you're satisfying yourself in the process. Don't deprive yourself. Savor each bite. Put your fork down between each bite. Marshall used to tell Dick all the time he eat slowly. I never tell them about Dick the first time he made his oatmeal, Marcia.
Oh, he did the oatmeal, and for the first time, and he put it in the microwave for 11 minutes. And it exploded all over the microwave, and it was also like a brick on the walls and things.
That was funny.
That was.
And send leftovers home with others. So does anybody have any other suggestions that we could leave and go with for Thanksgiving on Thursday?
I think that covers it good.
Okay. So we'll go to this is a short meeting tonight. There is always something to be thankful for. We can have a takeaway in this, and the takeaway for me in this is just be vigilant, have a plan. Don't be just excited it's Thanksgiving and pick all day long and eat more than I should. I'm going to be vigilant, and my plan is to consume the right foods and the right portions. What am I thankful for today? I'm thankful to be alive. That's a good thing to be. Thankful that there's health in the family. That's important.
That's good.
I'm just thankful for everything that I actually have. Yeah. Nothing specific, just everything. So I'll pass to Dorothy.
Wow. Be thankful. I mean, I'm always thankful that Mom is healthy.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that my family's going to be able to get together, most of them.
You're right.
So those are things I'm thankful for.
And any lessons tonight in what we went over?
Maybe I should look at the calendar. You might miss Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was good, Dorothy. I like that.
When you get a phone call from all of us on Thanksgiving morning, just say, Dorothy, remember it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, I got that one handled. It's just that I was cooking, and my mind was, I got up at 5 o'clock, at the grocery store by 8 o'clock. I was at the dentist by 11 o'clock, and I've been doing things around the house ever since.
You were driven.
I was driven.
Mommy, did you remind Dorothy that we're not going to meet on Thursday?
What's the chance she'll show up?
I would have. I asked.
And Nora is gay. Do you know that, Dorothy?
On Friday, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to be Thanksgiving. You see, you got your book?
Yeah, I got my book, yes.
We got ours too. So we're ready.
Well, we're not done with the other, are we? We still have.
No, but we're not going to be starting and not have our books. We're going to have our books whenever the day comes.
Okay.
We still got a couple of more lessons with Gay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but now we're ready for whenever the other starts. Merry Christmas, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, who are you passing to, Dorothy? Did you remember that part?
Oh, no. I'm passing to a bird mom.
Okay. All right. The takeaway from tonight is basically a reinforcement on how to behave on Thanksgiving Day when we're faced with that yummy meal. Because I know there's going to be dessert and all that stuff, and if I just go and eat sensibly, I will be okay.
Exactly. That was the way to put it.
Really, really. And I guess, like you, Connie, I'm grateful for everything, that I have a good life. I have good people in my life, and I'm just thankful for all that. I really am.
I know it's hard to even pick a thing, isn't it, when you're blessed?
Yeah. I'd like to pass to Lisa.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, this is a repetitive thing for me, but as we go through these things, I'm always impressed with the improvements that I've made as we're going through. And I was able to share that I do, in fact, put my fork down in between bites. I do, in fact, chew slowly. Those are habits that I have learned and cultivated, and that are serving me so well. So, for me, it's always a look how far I've come, but then I'm excited to learn more to continue in this path, and I feel like I'm in the right place to do that here. And Dorothy, you missed it, but you know how you always talk about the C-reactive proteins?
Yeah.
And about the difficulties you had having a test done. Well, apparently my doctor did that test on me, and he was looking at my blood work this morning. He was like, wow, your CRP is fabulous. It's way down there. And thanks to you, I knew what he was talking about. I didn't have to ask him. So that's just, and also I shared with everybody else, I'm going to put a picture, but my cholesterol graph is like awesome. It's way up here, over here in 2017, and it went boop. So I'm going to share a picture of that. And now I lost my train of thought. I have something else to share. I made some donuts with some recipes I found. I'll share with I've been in the Lean and Green recipe support group. But the donuts called for icing, which I didn't make, but I'm going to now, because I found calls for 1/3 less fat, like cream cheese and Truvia or something. But I'm all about the cream cheese frosting, but I don't have it anymore. But I'm so going to try to experiment, because I found this Ferb. It's like the equivalent of Truvia stevia, but powdered sugar. So I'm thinking if I put some of this and some of that cream cheese and a drop of vanilla, I'm going to have the equivalent of cream cheese frosting with not the calories and sugar. So I'll post y'all on that. And also, I'm in maintenance now. I also have this Truvia brown sugar. I'm not like trying to promote products, but I love, when I was growing up, it's a comfort meal for me. It's brown sugar blend. We ate a lot of
real sugar in it.
Yeah, it's Truvia. It's Truvia brown sugar blend.
Yeah, but read the package.
It doesn't have. Read what? What am I looking for?
Sugar, brown sugar.
No. It's like
A plant.
I can't see.
Oh, I thought it had brown sugar.
No, it's Truvia, but it's a brown sugar blend. It's made like Truvia is not sugar, but it like sugar. This is
Yeah, it's a
stevia.
natural sugar. It's the only one that has
Yeah.
that came in the green leaf. I mean, I was surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
It comes from a
But
plant. Yeah.
I was very thrilled to find this because we ate a lot of oatmeal growing up. I think because we were poor, but when I have oatmeal, I remember my mom, and I liked my oatmeal with brown sugar and milk.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I found this, and being in maintenance, I can have a comfort food that's not bad for me because I can use it. And the reason
Excellent.
why I'm sharing this brown
Now,
sugar
see,
blend,
The one I have, it looks like the same one, and it's got molasses and sugar in it.
Yeah, how about that? You both have them. Very cool.
I just know that it's less, yeah. But anyhow, I'm going to attempt baking some cookies with this and shave some calories when I must bake some cookies.
What, with your Metafast fuelings?
Yep.
Or your Optavia fuelings, I should say.
No, I'm going to say, like, I like to bake, but I don't bake anymore, period. So if I want to bake some cookies for a get-together, I can bake some with this. And then if I have a bite of cookie dough, it won't be so horrible on me.
Yeah.
But just I'm thinking more along the lines of nourishing my body versus, I'm thinking about what goes in my mouth, and I have a lot of limits on my choices. But when I can sit here and say, I've given up fast, I've given up fried, I try not to do processed. I try to, and for me, this is major that I cook anything, but I'm trying to fix things from scratch, like actual ingredients. You've seen the jokes about, I was starving and I went in the kitchen and all I found were ingredients. Well, that's my kitchen right now. So,
Lisa, I did buy this to make cookies. That's exactly what I bought it for, because it's got, what they're saying is sugar molasses.
right.
That's giving it the brown sugar flavor, and it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
but it's 10 calories per serving.
Yeah,
And
I made oatmeal cookies with it.
And I noticed that the cookies were, I can't read it, it's too small. I don't have good light, but and now granted, I will say this stuff is more expensive. This is like
It
$7
is.
a bag, and this was like $7 a bag.
I've never
But-
seen this one.
Yeah, I just found this in Publix today because I was looking for Truvia powdered sugar. And and this on the back, it says diabetes friendly, tastes like sugar, easy to digest, tooth friendly. What's that? Bakes like sugar, non-glycemic, gluten free, measures like sugar.
Now,
And it's
what is
powdered
it?
sugar.
What is it, Lisa?
Swerve.
I never heard of it.
I don't know if it's new.
Is it Truvia or?
No, it's not. It's Swerve. That's the name of it. But it's
No, I mean, what is the ingredient?
it's powdered sugar because you use powdered sugar to make icing and stuff.
Oh, okay. And
And
it's got less calories.
Yeah, it's 0 calorie.
Oh, wow.
0.
What's the additives in it, though?
I looked at it. There are none. It says on here no artificial. It contains no artificial ingredients, preservatives, or flavors.
What's it contain?
It says, I can't read it. Which
Okay.
erythritol oligosaccharides and
Yeah,
natural
when
flavors.
you can't pronounce them, that's a big signal.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be used sparingly,
yeah, just be
and I'll
aware.
have to look up that ingredient and share. But
Yeah.
it's just constant learning. Not only calories, but as
You
Dorothy shared.
you got to be careful with calories because there's things that don't have calories in them that are really bad for
Right.
you.
Right.
Submit that to nutrition support, and they'll come back with the skinny on it. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. But we're always learning in here about, like, I was already reading labels, but now since Story shared about the energy density, I'm reading that too, and then making the face like this when it's above 2.
Who you'd pass it
Back
to?
on the shelf. But I just really enjoy the learning and feeling in a good position to go into the holidays with and not totally derail progress.
And have choices. That's awesome. And share choices. That's good.
Yeah. And I think that it's wise that so those of us that are watching us and in our circles and seeing the choices we're making, hopefully that will help them get in front of the holiday and get on a path or at least a mindset to look at different things they can do. And I pass to Poppy.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. My takeaway was that I don't know how much food I'm going to be able to eat for Thanksgiving. I have to watch my weight. Oh, by the way, I did lose 3 pounds. I forgot to put that in but I lost 3 pounds. You could add that to that weight that we lost.
Too late, but thank you.
And well, today, I'm thankful that I made it through the day. Today was a busy day, and so I'm thankful that I made it. I was on the road a little bit. So I'm thankful that I made the whole day through.
There you go.
An instance. That's about it.
Pastor Marcia.
No, sure.
Pickering.
Oh, my takeaway. Well, I think the takeaway was that it reminded you of all the things we've learned since I went on the program in 2011. And you can't, and it's the little things that you forget. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I knew that.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
think the takeaway was a good reminder of, and especially for the holidays, because I joined in August. So I had to go through like quite a few holidays, plus our anniversary and things. So it was, it's a good thing. And I still love Stop, Challenge, and Choose.
Yeah.
Because that is, I mean, if we do that, it is really everything.
Yeah,
and
it's not perfect, but it helps.
it helps. It's not perfect. I'm thankful. I guess I'm thankful that I did put up the tree for Dick. I wasn't going to do anything, and I was sitting here, and I don't know, maybe Birdie told me or whatever, but said that, you know, he loved decorations. He loved the Christmas. He never helped me put them up, but he loved them. And so I put up my tree. I put up his little tree that his sister gave him when he had his stroke in 2004. And and I put up my mom's ceramic tree that I had made for her way back in the late 60s.
Did you guys hear the joke?
Decorated, and it does help now.
Did you guys hear the joke that Dick woke his kids up? They told her to have a service.
Oh, the joke that Dick told?
Yeah, he woke the kids up in the middle of the night. The kids told it at his service. And it was about this guy's coffin, right?
No, a woman was, they had a woman and she was, they were taking her up this cobblestone street and they hit a bump and the coffin slid off of the thing and went down the hill and it smashed into the door of a pharmacy. And she sat up in the thing and said, "Do you have anything to stop my coffin?" And Dick woke the kids up.
That was Dick's favorite joke.
That was Dick's favorite joke. And he woke me up and he woke the kids up. And I'm talking like 2 o'clock in the morning. And one of the grandchildren said, and they woke up the grandchildren too, he did, to tell them that.
He just always had a good time. Everybody in the church had something funny to say about him. It was really good. The thing that I liked tonight were those, or even when I was doing the message this morning, were those non-scale victories. I think we pay way too much attention to the scale and we forget about the benefits that we get as a result. I mean, Lisa's cholesterol dropping like it is. I mean, how important is that? So, you know, I think that one of my takeaways tonight, even though I didn't mention it, is how important the non-scale victories are. So everybody,
y'all. It's erythritol. I'm going to still email nutritional support, but it's erythritol, and it's a sugar alcohol.
I looked it up too, and it's got an explanation about I can read a part of it to you.
Okay.
If you've ever visited a brewery, you've gotten a peek into how fermentation works. Erythritol is made by fermenting glucose with, and it's got a long name, a natural microorganism. It also naturally occurs in many fruits and vegetables like melons, grapes, and asparagus. It's classified by the FDA as a 0-calorie, 4-carbon sugar alcohol that does not affect the blood. And then it goes on with another big word, are sweet, non-digestible carbohydrate sources from select fruits and starchy root vegetables. They are prebiotic fibers, so they not only are not only tasty, but they can help stimulate beneficial bacteria in your gut. And then it's talking also about the sugar alcohols.
Yeah. In my books, that's a lot better than the aspartame that I know were in the old sugary drinks I used to.
Yes.
So this is a good swap. Some 0-calorie cream cheese frosting for my fueling hack donuts versus Mountain Dew and red velvet cake.
Got it.
Yeah, long way, baby. You came a long way, baby. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we'll do our meetings the following week. Okay?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
You won't miss anything, Dorothy.
Good.
But we're back here next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Catch you later, guys.
All
Thanks.
right. Good night.